Hi everybody, we just ended a different game and we're gonna start with a new one called Firewatch. Well, it's not new, but today's my birthday and I wanted to do something calm and chill, nothing too big and extravagant. And not really a puzzle one either. I know I've been going down that road recently, but I thought this would be very calming because it involves the mountains and hiking and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get started. As I said, I know this is not a new game either, but I haven't been playing really any new games anyways, so new to me. Let's say that. Boulder, Colorado. Know that place very well. You see Julia. Okay. She's about to age, late 20s, laughing, well-dressed professor and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out with drinks with your pals. You are drunk. So what you know, Major. You slur the word Major and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. She sniffs the air. Toxology. Was that a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. And we're in a parking garage. That's a lot of stuff to pack. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in, you share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia's in love. She wants to bring it to her class. There is an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Well, now I don't know, because I would want a German shepherd. But if she... okay, I'll go with what she wants. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him, and you love him too. You talk out on the deck. It's somewhere 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids, she asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple little idiots. That would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably the best for their parents to be hitched. He says she's absolutely right. Okay, so... map. It is very nice out here. I like it a lot. It's Tuesday night and Julia's 4 hours late. She doesn't call you, you're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she clearly has been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I just ignore, personally. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being angry and ask her about the evening. She says it was great. You hold onto a tiny pill of resentment. make some coffee and go to work. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go, and she draws you. Flex like He-Man. You look awesome. That would hurt my ankles, personally. During the summer, you and Julia enjoyed walking the bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. I can't say that, or I'll get demonetized. Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. I would beat him. Your arm gets cut, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay, you don't want to go that way either. 1984, plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Well, see, no options are good. Because I would, want them to take their dream. But, if they commute back and forth, that's going to be a lot. So, but I'll tell her to agree. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if she wants. She agrees, flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk about it. You make macaroni and drink wine. Let's talk to someone about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, you're worried that Julia might be suffering from an early stage of onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought back home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Someday you'll get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she gets into her panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family are crushed. They are crushed and begin to make trips and from their home in Australia to visit her for a while. Your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. You spend your day following Julia around the house. You cannot count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care at home. It sits with you for a couple months. I personally, to be honest with you, I would put him into a full-time care facility just because there's so many situations that me as a person might not be able to handle. Not that it'll be too much for me to handle them as a person. But like, let's say I go to work and then something happens to that person, I would not be able to forgive myself. So, I mean, granted, at care facilities, you know, there might be a possibility of someone getting hurt there as well, but her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. And every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I'll cut your balls off. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her sometimes. Susan buys you an odd typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You have always really liked Susan. Months go by, Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him. When you tell her, sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe that it's because you see her less and less, and seeing her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. Man, I love the nighttime. Makes me happy. Makes me very happy. Although, there's no moon, so now I'm sad. Power is turned on.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hello? Ah.
Two Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
Hold on.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
I don't know why
Yeah,
it's
that's
echoing.
what the guy said on the phone.
It's crazy.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, you've killed 3 husbands. You're a black widow and you're just out here until the heat dies down and then you'll kill again.
Ooh, very good. Bravo, Henry.
Okay, I sleep now?
Not quite. Now you.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job.
That is the start. Day 1. Okay, so... Hold on,
Good morning,
I'll let
Henry.
this play
Well,
out.
I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Okay. Ooh. Well, I can't figure out how to pause right now, but, I'm gonna have to leave this episode here, only because it's, like, we didn't get a lot done, and I want the beginning story to be in it, so that's all I could post right now, unfortunately. Because YouTube won't let me go past 15 minutes. Anyways, so, I'll see you guys next time. I stream every Tuesday, including today, so please watch. Okay, bye-bye.